She tried to pull a fast one on him during their date, but things didn't go as planned. Watch how her trick completely backfired in the most unexpected way.
Yeah, I thought this was a house address. She told me there was a house address. This is a damn nail salon. This is crazy.
So you're looking for someone in here?
Yeah, she told me it was a nail salon. It's out.
As we can see, we're not off to a good start. She already started with lies, and they haven't met yet.
What? This is...
Oh, what's up?
Huh?
You finally made it.
This is a nail salon.
Yeah, what else is supposed to be?
You told me it was your... I thought it was your address.
Oh, we're gonna go there after we leave the nail salon. When you pay for my nails, we just go there.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Straight to the point. She wasn't wasting any time and instantly asked him to pay less than a minute since they met.
Pay for your nails?
Yeah.
Why the hell would I pay for your nails on the first date? You told me it was your address.
Why would you pay for my nails?
It was crazy. What the stuff? What is this?
What are you talking about? It's just $150.
150.
Yeah, they gave me a discount.
150 for your what?
For my nails.
Oh, hell no.
And then 60 for my toes.
60 for your toes.
And 150 for my nails. Did you go buy the hat I needed?
I bought the hat.
Oh, thank you.
Excuse me.
These prices are expensive.
Thank you.
I bought the hat, but I can't do the nails thing. I'm sorry.
What do you mean?
I didn't know that I was coming the first date to buy no nails. You said the address. You sent your location.
Yeah.
It don't say nothing about no nail salon. You didn't say that.
What are you talking about? Who gonna pay for it?
I don't know. I ain't paying for
They done
that.
already started.
I ain't paying for that, man. I'm sorry. What you mean where I'm going? I'm finna go.
Bro, I'm out, man.
It's truly a nightmare to any employees when a client starts arguing about the payment.
What?
What did you do?
I'm about to go.
Why would you leave?
I'm finna go. I'm good.
Let me see your phone.
Did you see my phone?
But why?
What did you do? Recording me?
Yeah.
What the are you recording me? You want me to record you? Look at this came in here and thought he wasn't gonna get my nails and my toes done. That's crazy.
I don't know, guys, but him giving her his phone is making me question if this is real or not. But even if that's the case, we hear these situations happen all the time.
That's crazy. You got your wallet on you? You got Apple Pay? What you got?
No! No! No!
You don't want to be on the camera now, huh? This thought he was about to come in here and not pay for my nails. That's crazy.
You serious?
As soon as I see that nail salon sign, I would have run so fast. And this is a big turnoff. Just walk away at this point.
Tricked me on our very first date. Now, we've been married for 7 years now, but she took me to a restaurant that she owned and had me pick up the bill. And I didn't know that she had been doing that with a ton of other guys to boost revenue for her restaurant. Damn! Because this was during COVID and she didn't want to lay people off. So she was keeping her employees employed by bringing guys to the restaurant and having them pick up the bill.
Some women are just born natural entrepreneurs, so what can I say? And I always look out for my staff.
What the is this piece of
This is a scam on a whole new other level, and I can't believe she got away with this.
During the dinner, she even was telling me about how she can't stand guys who are bad tippers. So she was making sure that I would leave.
Who likes them?
Who likes a bad tipper? She was making sure I would leave a big tip.
Jesus Christ.
For this girl who's also her girl from college and her best friend, and I don't even know this. I'm on a first date. I'm just getting swindled out here, but it's okay. It kind of worked out. And then we get together and I learned that she doesn't even like restaurants. She ended up giving that restaurant to her friend who now runs it. She doesn't even own it anymore.
And now I just get to follow my passion of refurbishing parking garages.
It's pretty difficult to put into words how disgusted I am, how depressed I am.
I fail to understand how they got married even though he realized she scammed him when they were dating.
But I didn't order food for your son, though. I ordered food for me and you.
But you know, me and my son is a package deal. We come together. If you want to date me, then you're obligated to take care of my son. Like, I'm gonna go home to him. What
Are we gonna do something? Are we gonna do something else after this?
What is he supposed to? We supposed to what?
Are we gonna do something else after this date since I'm ordering all this food?
This is a date, not a grocery shopping trip.
You not what you wait? Hold on. Huh. I know you don't think because you ordered food, you think you about to get something.
What do you mean by that?
Like, come back to my place for a little bit. Just chill. We can just chill.
What I look like?
We can just chill, watch a movie. It ain't that nothing serious. Like,
I'm not going back to your place after the first date.
Why?
Because I don't have to.
I mean, I didn't spend $80 on you, and you can't just come chill.
$80 is nothing.
But
like $80 is really cheap.
I don't think so.
Shouldn't be dating for real. $80 is too much. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying though, like,
$80 is far from cheap.
You can't just come chill with me for a little bit. You gonna be like that? You gotta go somewhere else?
No. I mean, you can put the phone down.
Alright. You can just go ahead and go now. Cause I'm tired of it. You must be paying for it, cause I'm finna leave. You can pay for it.
I'm not paying for it.
Alright.
You asked me out on a date.
I'll see you later.
Get right here, man.
Crazy for a man to try to use a woman for a free meal. Like, what are you?
Why is that? Why is that crazy? We both eat.
Yeah.
Tell me, when was the last time you heard a man ask a woman to pay for everything? It almost never happens, and whenever we ask them to pay is when we split the bill.
My whole thing is, it's just, again, I say it to the women, but it's just like, if you don't have money and you're broke, you should not be dating.
No.
You shouldn't be trying to sign up.
I'm talking about being hungry.
I'm talking about.
Then we could be friends, and I will buy you a meal as my friend. Why are we on a date? You're in no position to be in a relationship.
Well, I'm in no position to be in a relationship that we're going to be 50-50 in, that we're going to be equals in.
Gotcha.
Wouldn't be in that dynamic.
You don't want to be an equal with your partner.
I want to be equal with my partner, but I feel like my philosophies I have for myself, I have for my partner. So my philosophy for myself.
So basically, she let herself be consumed with greed.
Is I need to be able to provide for myself before I join lives with somebody else. If you're in a position where you cannot afford to eat, I will help you as a friend, but that means that you shouldn't be in a predicament to.
But that's not what I'm saying, because I'm able to provide for myself because I showed up to the date alive. Okay, so I've clearly been eating.
This sounds like there's some deeper problem.
No, it's not a deeper problem. I'm asking you a serious question because it's okay for us to spend money on y'all, right? Mm-hmm. But y'all don't want to spend money on us. Sometimes?
Well, not sometimes. It depends.
All the time.
It's well, number one, again, the men normally spend money on the women because you're the one asking. So that's where that comes in. If I'm
Why aren't you asking?
I don't want to.
That's cap. Women be like, when are we gonna go on a date? That's your way of asking. If you ask, when are we gonna go on a date, or
I don't say.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Never spend a dime on someone that won't do the same for you.
I don't think there's anything wrong with a woman expecting a man to sort out her transportation, especially since he's asked her on a date. But I think in terms of safety and protection for the woman's sake, don't give the guy your actual address, at least 5 to 10 minutes away from where you live, or maybe a different location altogether. But as we know, in this day and age, a lot of guys, they don't want to go the extra mile for the woman, or they don't, certain things that certain women expect.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
We went past the halfway and weren't rewarded for it, so we stepped down.
They think, yeah, like you're reaching, like you're doing too much and then you're entitled. I don't think that's the case. I just think certain women have certain expectations, and not every man can meet that expectation. If that's the case, then, move on to the next.
Don't like 50-50. I don't do coffee dates. I don't care how much money I ever make. I still want my man to pay for everything. He should pick me up. He should drop me off. He should buy me Ubers.
Relax.
One word to describe this, and it's greed.
In exchange, he gets to not embarrass me and breathe my air. I think it's pretty fair. I think we're even Stevens. Otherwise, I don't need a man just to have a man. This is for me. For the guys who are mad, though. Cry about it.
You don't want to be like this. This is disgusting. This is awful in every way.
So I have zero shame in telling a man that after 3 months, you are paying my bills. And if you're not, bye-bye.
Oh, I can hear the hearts just breaking from here.
Breaking up in this situation sounds like a bliss if you ask me.
7 billion people in the world. If you can't do it, somebody else will. So I have no shame. I'm kind of sort of trying to find somebody to bring me food every once in a while. Like, talking to a guy and I said, yeah, after 3 months pay my bills. And he said, no.
That's not surprising at all, because it sounds like that man actually has some self-respect.
Like, a guy knows. Like, oh, if I really like her and she's not crazy, yeah, I would pay her bills. Maybe I threw it out there too soon.
Maybe you just shouldn't have thrown it out there at all.
Men don't understand the investment and the benefit and how we're trying to make sure that we're not getting played.
We totally understand the game. That's why we decide not to play.
I can't help you, men. Don't talk to us. You're not the one. We're not talking to brokies.
Fortunately, not all women think like this. But unfortunately, it is the ones that do that tend to speak the loudest. And are the main reason that a lot of men are choosing to remain happily single.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Nothing you should handle with more caution than your bank account. So worry about your own bills, not other people's.
Hey, don't fall for them pulling out their wallet, because that's a con game. They do that so y'all could think that they different. You know what I'm saying? You on a date with a woman, everything going good, and it's time for the thing, and they'll reach for their credit card, reach for their wallet or whatever, and pump fake you like they gonna pay. So you can be like, no, and then in your mind, you're gonna think that they special. That's a game that they run. Don't fall for that.
Damn!
Some even admitted that they try to reach out for empty wallets and hope the partner tells them there is no need.
Quickly on the makeup thing, makeup is the functional equivalent of a man working at McDonald's saying that he is a lawyer.
What? I agree. What?
That's the functional equivalent.
I agree.
If men are visual creatures, when a woman lies about her physical appearance, either through makeup usage, plastic surgery, or filter usage.
I was waiting for you to make that connection, and that's really what it is. Like, you really, you get into a relationship with someone thinking about, what your future are going to look like.
It's in your animal brain.
I mean, I'm not really thinking.
If you want a trick, you can always suggest a swim in the first few dates, because the water will always reveal the truth behind the mask.
Okay.
No, he's right.
Sure, but
he's right.
Yes, they would have an easier life if they were attractive.
Men should always pay on the first date, and this is why.
Okay, let's hear why. Spoiler alert, it has to do with how much money they spent on making up their face.
There's about to be $2,000 on my face, so—
How much? Oh dear. Now let's see why it costs almost $2,000 to put on one's face.
Huh? With Dior moisturizer, $135. Dior Capture View Serum, $125. Dior Primer, $50. Armani Primer, $46. Polish filter, $49. Chanel Liquid Highlighting Drops, $57. Dior Foundation, $57. Dior Concealer, $40. Chanel Bronzer, $60. Chanel Multi-Use Stick, $50. Chanel Blush Stick, $54. Royal Highlighter, $27. Chanel Powder, $56.
Holy Jesus. What is that?
I can't believe people will spend $2,000 on makeup. It blows my mind.
Bronzer, $50. For highlight, $50. Dior Backstage, $48. These Dior blushes, $80 total. Dior Backstage, $52. Eyeshadow, $68. Dior eyeliner, $35. $68. Bamboo Stone, $24. Eyeliner, $35. Eyelash curler, $35. Dior mascara, $33. White Stone mascara, $35. Royal lip liner, $24. Charlotte Tilbury liner, $25. Chanel lip oil, $48. Chanel lip gloss, $40. Burgundy Face Setting Spray, $36. Total cost is $1,745.
I don't know about you guys, but the before result looks better. It's a shame she wasted that money.
If you're a girl, make sure the man pays. Don't waste $2,000 on nothing.
Now that we've seen that, let's take a look at the before and the after. Now, it's just my opinion, but I actually do believe that most gentlemen would prefer how one looked before. Spending almost $2,000 to apply product to one's face just in an effort to try to impress someone on a first date, no less. Because it really does speak volumes that someone would spend that amount of money just to try to impress someone. And indeed, it says that women really don't do that for themselves. They do that for men.
Well, I'm out, man.
We prefer the natural, real look, even if it's not as good as the makeup one.
Cambias is a man's job. A man's job. A man's job. A man's job.
We? Who's we? There is no we.
A man's job. A man's job.
Are you delusional? Do you suffer from a mental illness? Do you think you do?
Talking to a guy that claims to be interested in dating you, and you say something like, oh, I'm going to get my nails done or my hair, I'm going to the mall, and he does not offer to send you money to contribute to that, you need to block him, and you need to block him quickly, okay?
How? How did they think that was okay?
Watch out for this. If your date asks for money as soon as you two have met, just run away.
We don't have time to be talking to men that cannot contribute to our lives, even in the smallest of ways. Not in this economy.
What kind of animal are you?
Ladies, if he's not offering to pay for your manicure pedicure, really, what is he doing with that money?
I don't know, paying bills, rent maybe, car insurance, car payment, phone bill, utilities, water, gas, electric, food, groceries, maybe the occasional night out with some friends. Does he owe you all of that?
We also have our expenses, subscriptions, bills, and things we need to buy. So go easy on us.
Don't need to get your nails done. And he doesn't owe you your nails getting done. Especially since a lot of men, they don't care what your nails look like. To them, that's not important.
We do not care.
So why does he need to pay for something he doesn't really care about?
We don't even notice the difference until they show it to us.
A lot of men are happy with your nails as is. Or you could even just throw on some paint if you really wanted. It's weird how this is becoming like a bare minimum requirement for some ladies out there. Like, not only is he supposed to plan and pay for these dates, he's also supposed to pay for your nails. I've heard some women say he needs to pay for a babysitter and all these other random things.
Holy Jesus.
A lot of people are barely getting by these days. So those are some really unreasonable expectations.
Here's why the guy should always pay for the first date.
Police! Police! Help!
Okay, so it's pre-date and post-date expenses. I'm gonna start with pre-date. Guys, post-date, a lot more taxing. But the pre-date are pretty self-explanatory and they're probably unique to each person.
It only seems exciting if they're not paying for it.
These are the things a woman goes through to feel the most confident on a date. I don't want to hear in the comments, like, if this hits the wrong algorithm. We don't ask you to do those things.
What do you mean by that?
I don't give a been conditioned.
She says she doesn't ask for these things, yet she expects them. And it's even worse.
And to feel most comfortable, we're gonna do these things. It's making sure your nails are done. You like the way your hair looks. Taking the time to shave. It's the cost of an Uber. Last time I did something like this, somebody was like, no, the guy's coming to pick me up. I don't know how safe that is. I'd prefer to take the Uber and I'd prefer to have it on my account. It's the lack of feeling of safety when you're meeting a guy for the first time. Teeth whitening, it's the time, resources, energy. I love getting ready, but like, girls know, getting ready for a first date, having the outfit, feeling confident, there are steps involved. And here are the post-date expenses. And I need to book an emergency session with your therapist. You are going to need a back brace from carrying the conversation. And I need a ticket to a comedy show just to prove that funny men exist.
What the is this piece of shit?
I'm not a man hater. I don't want to hear any of that. But the dating landscape for women right now,
It's pretty difficult to put into words how disgusted I am, how depressed I am.
But when you ask a man, he tells you that he goes with no expectation to enjoy his time. And everything she showed here is overthinking and overplanning, when in reality these things shouldn't be extremely planned but enjoyed instead.
So how are you paying today?
Actually, I was just hoping, I wasn't gonna pay because it is my birthday today. So I'm gonna do birthday nails.
Okay, that's cool. Happy birthday, but what do you mean you're not paying because it's your birthday?
Birthday nails,
Okay, but I don't get it. Like, what do you mean?
Birthday nails.
So okay, that's cool, but who's paying for it? Like, is somebody gonna come in and
You
pay?
don't gotta pay for birthday nails when it's your birthday. Birthday nails.
I would have just called the cops here because there is no way a client will refuse to pay, saying it's their birthday.
Say that.
Birthday nails. The rule, birthday nails.
I'm sorry, but you're in a nail salon and there's no rules like that.
Yeah, it is. Birthday nails is when you get your nails done and it's your birthday, so you gotta pay.
No, I mean.
Thank you so much. They look so pretty. I love the glitter. It's perfect for my birthday. Look at it. It's like.
I hope you're messing around, cause you gotta pay me. I don't care if it's your birthday or not.
Birthday nails. No.
No.
You don't have to pay for your nails when it's your birthday.
Where you get that from? That's ridiculous. No, you're paying for your nails.
On TikTok, they say.
Girl, no. I don't give a damn if you were born today, tomorrow, yesterday. You're paying for your nails. Because that's ridiculous, okay? I don't care. You go to a restaurant, your birthday, they give you a cupcake. They don't pay for your food.
He's right. Even the businesses that do free things on birthdays will give you something simple, not a free discount.
Sometimes.
Where you go? Exactly.
I know Disneyland, you don't gotta pay when it's your birthday.
What this ain't no Disneyland, bitch?
Gotcha. Do you think men should pay for everything?
Yeah.
Do you think men should open doors?
If the woman earned that right.
What does a woman have to do to earn to open a door?
If she's rude, I'm not opening any doors.
So if she's rude to you, like, are you gonna be rude back? Like
I would just dump her.
We have no time to be rude back. We just walk away and keep our dignity.
Right. Do you think women should be stay-at-home wives?
Yes.
Good answer.
Right.
That would save the entire planet.
Now hold on. Now hold on.
Here's why. There'd be less employees out there, which would make the wages go up, which would make houses go down, which would make everything more affordable, which would mean more people can have more children, and then we don't face societal collapse.
It's crazy how one thing can lead to all these outcomes. Well, guys, that was all for today. We'll be back soon.